Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here from CubeKing77.com, and YouTube actually did away with the 301 plus view count below, so you might not see it anymore. This is the first video I'm making after they got rid of it, so check the view count, see if it's got that 301 plus anymore. Anyways, I got the Ulefone Be Touch 2 right here. Going to give some first impressions on it, show you what's in the box. Shout out to GearBest.com. They're the ones that sent it to me. This video wouldn't be possible if they didn't send it to me. Go check out their website. They're one of the largest gadget retailers in China. So I'll post links in the description if you're interested. But anyways, going to open this phone up. Pretty excited actually to try this guy out because it's actually got some pretty good specs. So let's open it up and check it out. Alright, so here we go. Let's open this box. It's actually pretty thin and a little bit larger box. We're going to break the seals real quick, and then here we go. Open it on up. You have the phone right on top, and I'm pretty excited, honestly, to try this out. It's got a similar design to maybe an iPhone 6, but with some added design tweaks. It's got a little bit of weight to it, so I'm guessing the battery is already inside. I'm going to set this to the side for just a second and then show you what else is in the box real quick. So here we go. Looks like you got some goodies. You have a screen protector. That's nice that they included that. Obviously, you have more screen protectors, so you'll see this is actually really thick. So really cool they included that. I believe it's actually a special screen protector with blue tint to it. Like I said, all information is going to be in the description. Here is a case. That's pretty nice. They include that as well, if I can ever get it out of this bag. So it's a pretty thin feeling case. Doesn't feel, too fantastic build quality wise. We can pop this guy in real quick. And it looks like it fits pretty well. Fits, the cutouts look just fine. So there's that. You have a booklet teaching you how to use the phone that I just dropped. You have a charging cable, which is actually kind of interesting. So you'll see you have a thin USB side, and then you have micro USB on the other side. It comes with some headphones as well. Gonna have to try these guys out. I'll let you know how they are when I make my review video, my final review video. And then of course you have the charger. They did include adapters as well in the packaging if you're interested, if you're worried about that. But let's get to the device. So I'm actually going to take this guy off, and I'm going to go ahead and peel this front screen off. I'm not going to put the screen protector or anything on right now. So anyways, looking at it, the back does come off. Obviously, I got the white variant right here. So let's go ahead and pop this out. And here we go. Here is the battery, which is removable, if you're wondering about that. It is a 3050 milliamp hour battery. On the back here, you have some slots. Actually, you have dual SIM card slots. I believe one's a standard SIM card, one's a micro SIM card, if you have two different sized ones. And then you have a micro SD card slot for expandable storage. It comes with 16 gigabytes, and I believe it says you can expand up to 64 gig extra. So, popping this back on. Let's go ahead and turn it on and talk about the design of it. If this turns on, the power button and volume buttons are actually on the left side, which is a little bit interesting. It's actually not turning on, so it might need a little bit of a charge. I'm going to charge it real quick. Alright, so just kidding. Didn't notice this before. There's a little piece of plastic on the battery to, I guess, prevent it from touching the connector. I guess to deplete the battery maybe during shipping, anything like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and pop this guy on, and it should turn on now that it has power, and it did. So let's talk about the design. So on the front here, a little interesting, you have a home button. It's actually a button it presses. Looks like a menu button and a back button, and this home button actually acts as a fingerprint scanner as well. So I can show that off in just a bit. You have a 5 megapixel front facing camera. This is a 5.5 inch display. It's actually 1080p HD. On the back, flipping it on over, you have a 13 megapixel camera with a Sony sensor on it. I believe it's the IMX214 sensor, if I'm not mistaken. You have an LED flash. Like I said, you have volume rockers and power button on the left side, which I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer them on the right side, but I guess it's just a personal preference. On top, you have the charging slot, which I actually am okay with. It's not that big of a deal for me. And then you have the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and then down at the bottom here, you have a microphone and a speaker grill as well. So now that it's on, let's go ahead and load it up. Alright, so I took that screen protector off actually, just for my personal use. But here we go. It looks like it didn't even go through a start screen, which is a little interesting. I might just do a factory reset to go through the start screen, but you'll see It actually is running Android 5.1 Lollipop, and it looks like it's got a pretty stock look to it. So let's go into settings, scroll all the way down, go to About Phone. It is just a first boot up. It's got Android 5.1, as you can see. Let's go ahead and press on it. You see it does have the Lollipop style. You have Flappy Bird, or Android Flappy Bird, I guess you could say, and the home button. And like I said, this is a menu button. Let's press and hold it. Doesn't do anything. Press and hold the home button, and it looks like it brings up recent running apps. So that's a little bit interesting. So like I said, you do have stock Google apps. You got the Play Store, all that good stuff. But I want to go ahead and go into settings real quick and see what else is in here. So there's off-screen gestures. You have finger scanner. So let's go ahead and go to Fingerprint Manager, and let's put one on. So let's please touch fingerprint button. All right, so it'll vibrate when it actually runs through, similar to other devices that have a fingerprint scanner that's just touch and not swipe. So you'll see that finger is filling up. All right, so enter a password to use as an alternative. Let's just go with 1, 2, 3, 4 and hit continue. Now you guys all know my password. So, all right, here we go. Now let's try it. You see screen lock is slide right now, but we can do fingerprint lock. And let's lock the phone. So locking it, it says please slide to unlock. It's going to ask for that other passcode. But now if I just open it on up, press my finger on it, it says please input again. There we go. So let's try it again. I'm going to press the home button to wake the screen, and look at that was actually pretty quick. Awesome. So, and you also have finger app lock, which is another little interesting feature, and I actually really think it's cool. It's a neat concept. So basically you could lock any app you want. So if you want to go into your messaging app, let's lock it. So now if I press this, look, you fingerprint to unlock, and then you can't use it unless your fingerprint is actually there. That's actually really cool, because then you don't have to worry about sending your phone off to someone to use something. Hey, you don't want to go into your gallery, let's lock it. It's actually really neat input that should actually be implemented into stock Android, especially with Android M hopefully coming soon. But anyways, here's the camera app. Doesn't look anything too fancy. Looks like we have an arrow button here where we can change the filters, which I don't play with very much. Filters aren't my thing. We go to live photo mode. You have motion track mode, face beauty, panorama, and then finally you have, I don't know what this is because it's not telling me. Looks like multi-view, so to kind of give you a 3D view of an image. So it's kind of cool. But let's take a quick picture here. You see you have HDR up at the top. You have flash on. Let's go ahead and snap a quick photo. Looks like the flash was on, which didn't need to be. Not in this lighting, but here we go. It does talk about I think 0.3 seconds to focus. So we'll see if it actually quick focuses. Yeah, that did focus actually fairly quickly. So I'm pretty excited to test this out. I'll do a video recording as well in 1080p. So overall, I'm pretty excited to test this out and see how it actually performs in real world use. Overall, I'm gonna run through and do a factory reset as well. You can kind of feel a little lag running through these screens, so hopefully that might fix it just because it's a first boot up. And let's go to those off-screen gestures as well. You'll see double tap to light up the screen. You have swipe up to light the screen and unlock. So you have a bunch of different ones that you can turn on and off that it's actually really helpful, especially because I've tried it on other devices. And there we go. So a lot of stock Android things going on, especially the look of it, the feel of it. Let's go ahead and see how it performs. It has 3 gigs of RAM. It has a MediaTek octa-core 1.7 gigahertz processor. And with that 3050 milliamp hour battery, we'll see if it lasts a while. So, like I said, review video coming soon, so stay tuned. Subscribe to me. I'd really appreciate it. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. All links in the description of the video below. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.